Right, where to begin? Okay, yeah, comedy. 2013. Hasn't been a amazing year as I'd hope it would be. But I've liked some comedies that have come out this year, like Burt Wonderstone. I did like The Hangover 3, even though I forgot it after I saw it. But I think like the funniest movie I've seen all year is This Is the End. That was hilarious. And now we have a brand new comedy, but it stars Sandra Bullock. I'm just not a fan of Sandra Bullock. I don't think I've liked her in a comedy since 1995 while you were sleeping. Though I've liked her in films after that, like A Time to Kill and The Blind Side. I've liked her more in a dramatic fashion than her comedy. So one of my biggest worries was her in this film. But I love the director of this movie, Paul Feig, who's created some great things on television, like Freaks and Geeks, one of the greatest televisions to ever be canceled, and one of my favorite comedies of all time. In my opinion, this is one of the greatest comedies of the last like 30-40 years, Bridesmaids. So that was like my only hope about going into this movie, because I saw the trailer so many times. It just got so frustrating after a while that I don't know, like, are we seeing everything that's funny? Is this movie really going to be funny? You know, I just don't know if this is going to live up, because I do like Melissa McCarthy. I think she's very, very funny, but I feel like no one's really been able to capture her humor since Bridesmaids. And the last time we saw her in a film that I felt was funny was a film directed by Paul Feig, and he directs this film. Now, the story of this film is quite simple. It's, you know, Sandra Bullock is an FBI agent living in New York. She gets sent to Boston to find a drug lord, blah, 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 blah. She meets Melissa McCarthy, who is a, you know, out there crazy Boston detective. And so we've got Sandra Bullock. Her personality is that she just wants to get everything done by the book. She's proper. She doesn't cuss. She's just, you know, very, very, very controlling kind of person, kind of anal retentive. And then you got Melissa McCarthy, who's just all over the place, crazy. You know, will do anything possible, break the law to, you know, get people who are also breaking the law. And so getting these two people together, I was really hoping that because of these two different personalities, they would work and it would come together and we would get, hopefully, something funny. Because, you know, when you go see a movie like this, you want to see something funny. It's a comedy. When they say it's a comedy and it's saying that it's from the director of Bridesmaids, you want to laugh. You hope to laugh. So when it came to the story, I definitely was worried. It just felt like the standard buddy cop movie that we've seen a billion times. And I felt like, okay, well, now it's just two women, and they've got to, you know, compete instead of being two men or a man and a woman or whatever. It's now two women, and they're trying to find themselves in this world, at the same time solve this amazing case that's not really that amazing. So I have to say, the story is not that great. But when it comes to the comedy, this film is hilarious. This movie is comedy gold. They come together, these two different personalities, and they work so well together. This has to be Sandra Bullock's best comedy appearance, in my opinion, since that 1995 movie that I just mentioned. She has never been this funny, and I've never really wanted to see any of her movies that I've not seen. I mean, I've seen some of those comedies, they're terrible, and she even won a Razzie and an Oscar the same year, but I've never really liked her comedically, and I felt like this is the first time that she has pulled off this great comedic talent that she does have there somewhere. And I think it helps because of Melissa McCarthy and because of Paul Feig. I think Paul Feig is turning out to be one of my favorite comedic directors, and I really hope that this is the only time we really see Melissa and Sandra together. I hope that if this movie is successful, you know, we just enjoy this moment, because I don't want to know if it'll work again. You know, how do you know if it's going to work? You know, this is just, I think this really works because they're so different and they play on each other so well. And I think because also it seemed like, I shouldn't say I think or seem, it seems like there was a lot of improv in this film, and I love improv. I would be curious to see how much percent of this film is actually improv and then what percent is actually the script, because I felt like some things just came off so natural, and I think I have to give it up to Paul Feig. I love the way he directs comedy. He directs it and he lets it breathe and find itself before it just blasts you in the face. It's not like rushing. He just lets it, you know, it's there, it's festering, there's a little click, and then bam, you get hit with some amazing comedy. And throughout this film, I laughed consistently. There wasn't a moment where I was bored. I would have to say the only problem I had with this film was the story. It is standard, textbook storytelling when it comes to buddy cop movies. but it really didn't ruin my experience. That's kind of a nitpick. It does kind of bother me in the back, but since there is so much great supporting cast, I'm not going to mention all the people that are supporting because this review's going to be over soon, but there's a lot of people that you might recognize. I think I even recognized an old music star. I don't want to say where you'll find this person, but they're in there, and hopefully you can find them. Don't go on IMDb and look, because you'll probably see everybody that's in this movie, but this has a really great starring cast and a lot of sprinkle supporting cast all around it. I really, really, really love this film, even with its problems. I really love this film. And I'm going to give The Heat 3.5 stars. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to WhoYouTube.com. Now, if you love to go to the movies every day and you want to have the chance to see one 2D movie a day, check out MoviePass.com. For only $30 a month, your movie life can be changed forever. Mine has. Man, I can't wait to see this movie again. Take some friends.